Today we are here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I'm representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, to be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.
No, it's good. It's all good. No, it's all good. Now, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Austin. I'm the Community Engagement Manager for Gold Star Gamers, here with Loki, our Gold Star Gamers Streaming Manager, welcoming you to episode 4 of Gold Star Gamers Cup with our friends over at USAA. We've got another exciting Marvel Rivals match once again. 2 of the USAA teams are going to be duking it out. We've got Keep It Clean and taking on Alt F4. So we're excited to be able to have them on board, show us what skills they've got. We've also got our amazing casting duo as well with us tonight. We've got Inova and Noelle, who are going to be joining us and bringing us the big plays throughout tonight's event. So without further ado, let's hand it over to Inova and Noelle and get episode 4 of Gold Star Gamers underway. Gentlemen, the stage is yours.
Thank you. All right. Welcome, guys. Yeah, we have Keeping It Clean and Alt F4. Keeping It Clean, we'll start with them. We've got Justin, aka Prezi, as the captain who is the damage dealer. We've got Chris, aka Mr. Neutral, who's a tank player. Jordan, aka Juice Dude, tank player. Caleb, aka High IQ, who's damage. Aaron, aka Luthiel, who's a support, and then Anush, aka Biryani Mage, who also plays support.
All right, and it looks like we're going to get the honorary team captain for interviews here, Caleb, in here in a few seconds. We'll get some questions for him.
Yes, sir. Speed the devil. Caleb. Can you hear me?
Nope.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey.
Caleb, you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Welcome. How you doing, man?
I'm doing mighty fine. How about yourself, Noelle?
It's all good, brother. Nice to chat with you. I'm sure you're excited. I can tell in your voice you're pretty excited, so you can maybe explain that a little bit.
I am so excited to play with my team today, guys. And you know what I'm really excited for? Is to hear your voice, Will, and to hear Alex's voice. Alex, you there for me, brother?
Oh, we're right here, Caleb.
Yes, that's what I love to hear, man. We are so ready. We are so pumped. We've been training for it. I've been scrimming with Will, Alex here, just been having a great time. It's a great opportunity to just be able to, share gaming just with kids, with everyone else around us here at USA. I am so pumped for this.
And I know Caleb, as you can tell, and I can say that this is him every night. This is not him putting on a show. This is just who he is. So it's definitely fun to play with you, man. But anything in particular for this match? Like you guys have been practicing. Anything in particular that you got in store for tonight?
I think we are planning to stick to our strengths tonight. Play what we know. We're not going to get too experimental. There might be a couple changes, but I think really what we're trying to do is just stick to our guns tonight and really bring it to them.
Sounds like a great plan, man. Anything that you want to highlight, like the people should be looking out for the spectators and whatnot, that you want them to, you think there's something that you want to do that you want to show or is there somebody on your team that you think is really gonna be worth watching?
Well, of course, my captain Pruzy's gonna be worth watching, my friend. And you know what else, Will? When you see me switch to something you haven't seen me play very much, it might be worth swapping to me, maybe. And you'd probably be able to call that out because I know you know what I play already. So if you see something a little weird, say, hey, Caleb I've never seen Caleb on that before. If you see that, just know it might be going down. All right.
All right, man. I'll keep my eyes glued to the top of the screen. If I see that, I'll be sure to direct the attention there, man. So I appreciate your time and your enthusiasm, brother. I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Good luck, Caleb.
Later, man. Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
Caleb, let me tell you, when last year we got around for the tournament, went down and went to one of those Korean barbecue places, and Caleb was the life of the party, just grilling for everybody. He's such an excitement to have.
And a good cook.
Yeah, and a great cook. So excited to have him in the program, and excited to get everyone. Hopefully, if they all make it to the final four. So, all right, moving on from keeping it clean, we're going to introduce Ult F4. It's going to be their captain Nathan Morrison once again on support and Vanguard. We've got Abby on damage and tank, John on support and tank, Alex on tank and damage, Macy
looks like I'm pulled in
on tank and damage, Ray damage and support, and Thomas, who's their sub, who's going to be coming in and playing tonight. That's going to be a story we're going to talk about throughout the night. Will, Nate, good to have you in here.
Yes, sir.
And Nate, kind of the big storyline that we're following here. Ray, your fantastic Bucky player, who we've seen, the first couple games of this stream series, he is out tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, massive blow. Can't say Ray isn't dedicated though. Like, there was a time before we scheduled the game that he is in Germany right now, and he was joking with us to let him know when the game is, and he would play with 100 ping in Germany for us with the
at like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So can't say he's not dedicated, but we were like, nah, we don't need to do that, and we'll just take it as it comes today. I did notice, I wanted to point out in case nobody else mentions it, I did notice Pruzy teams copying our little banner matching in game here. They're trying to counter Aura farm us, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, speaking of that, with Ray out, Nate, is there as team captain, are you making some swaps for the team? Anything new we should see from your team that we haven't seen the first couple streams?
I don't want to give too much away, but we're definitely going to try some stuff that's different. I will admit that this game comes very quickly after our last game, so with us changing up a lot, I'm not sure. I mean, I want to have confidence in my team, obviously, so I'll say I think we got it, but admittedly, like, we've had limited practice on some different things that we're gonna try. Tonight might be the first time we've tried a few comps that we have in mind, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're excited to see it, Nate. All the best of luck to you, and hoping for a good show today.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good luck, man.
Absolutely. And just a bit of note for the viewers watching, the winner of this game between Ult F4 and Keeping It Clean is going to be punching a ticket straight to the Final Four. Where they play, they'll have to get decided later, but the winner of this game, obviously some huge stakes in the line, Will.
Yeah. So the winner of this will be top 2 coming top 4. So for those who don't know, the loser will play my team. No, sorry, we'll play one team, and then if they win that, then they get top 4. So if you lose, you're not out, but you're not in top 4 yet. So you need to win another one. And yeah, harken back to what Nathan was talking about. I think the interesting thing is, of course, going to be how they're going to adapt to losing Ray. Definitely one of their better players, which is funny because little backstory on him. He had actually not really played this game before. He was an Overwatch guy, which translates very well, but the time it takes to adapt and learn is just like, for him, it's just like so much shorter than you'd expect.
All right, and it looks like we're getting the game started. Both captains have signaled that they're ready to go. Let's get into the game. I'm excited, Will. This is going to be a fun matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just interested to see. I'm going to keep my eyes on the Keeping It Clean roster because I am not sure what they're going to roll out with, because they do have some tools. I was talking to a couple of them in lunch today. I'm not going to give away exactly what they said, but I just got to say once again that the synergy that we see here on the lock-in. And I'm a big Eltron guy, so I'm definitely leaning towards their side. Don't like the Widow. If you ever seen them in our match, then it's definitely not a good sign, because usually they are either actively throwing because they don't play the character, or they refuse to swap. So I'm going to lean towards ult F4 in the draft phase, at least so far.
Absolutely.
But yeah, seriously though, the Punisher ban, yeah, definitely a Prezi respect ban. I don't know what the save is going to be for. Okay, the Hulk. Okay, so that kind of gives away a little bit of what they're looking to do, right? I'm thinking with him on the Hulk, you get like a little bit of a dive, all right, already. So maybe they're trying to say, hey, if we don't lack a DPS, if we just get in there, maybe disrupt Biryani Mage and Luthio, we can start to make good things happen. I think that's a very valid strategy.
Absolutely, and after hearing Caleb's interview, I'm excited to see what Caleb's got in the back pocket for us. I'm excited to see it.
Well, if we see something unique, it's probably not going to be this game, because he is a well-known Namor player, and given that the dive is going to be so likely out of the Hulk from ult F4, then that's definitely, I think they're already going to be doing it by the books first round, especially if your other team's missing somebody that they usually play with. I'd say you don't have to do anything special. Just try out the normal comp, especially if you got such a good, strong Namor player. Just start with that. So they do know that ult F4 also likes to do the Ultron, so definitely respect. I don't know if they can. They sniped him out of the synergy lineup here that they got hovering, but they definitely know something.
Yeah, and if you're Nate's team here, down Ray, how do you fill the gap of all that damage and the DPS work? How do you kind of construct their roster to patch that hole?
Yeah, so it depends on how you matched up previously. If you steamrolled them, which I don't think they actually steamrolled, I think they were fairly close before, and then you lose one of your best players, you got to throw a wrench in the system, which is why I think the dive is going to be a big thing. They're going to be looking to not just play like a toe-to-toe battle, because Prezi is definitely a really good play. If you give him enough time, he's going to kill somebody. It's only just a matter of time. So the battles are going to ideally for ult F4 be as short as possible, because I don't think you can really have somebody go up to him. Don't interact looking like he's going to lock the DPS. The Bucky mirror, he usually plays tank or Ultron for this team, so it's a pretty new role for him, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen him play it before, if not very limited experience, and Prezi obviously plays that a good amount, so we will that's what I'm going to be looking at first and foremost.
And looking at the bans coming from Keeping It Clean, looks like Nathan, their team captain's getting a little bit of a target ban here out of the gate. Yep,
definitely respect ban for the Cloak and Dagger. The way that it's very strong, especially just all around great character. I mean, really not too much to say about it. People see him all the time. I guess them is appropriate. It's the two of them. I don't know how to refer to them, but in your games all the time, they're super strong. The healing and the ability to just put that circle down, especially against dive, is really, really strong too. So we see Barry setting up a nice Groot wall here. So we'll see how the defense fares with Groot. If they can section off somebody, get an easy pick. Groot is such a strong character. It pairs super well with with the Bucky. I like to see Bucky into the Groot ult. So let's see how they roll out here.
A little bit of a different look for him. They've got Luthio on Luna. I know she's usually on Cloak and Dagger, and they banned it for her. So
they're setting up a trap. We got Hulk in the back line trying to make some plays here. Oh no, they're getting caught out. So Hulk and Bucky are already down. It's not looking good. So I like the play, throwing a wrench into the system, so to speak, but definitely not starting off the way they like.
Absolutely. Yeah, ult F4 tried to come out and throw the first punch, and Keeping It Clean just dodged it and are pushing through here to get this first point.
Yep, definitely. Definitely a good look from him. I like the way ult F4 is definitely, like I said, trying to throw a wrench in the system, trying to throw him off, but Keeping It Clean was definitely not to be taken advantage of in that respect. So first point is going to be gone, unfortunately. There's really no going back. I don't think the port's going to be in time, or if it is, they're going to be staggered so much they're not going to have enough people coming through.
Yeah, looks like there's a handful of final hits to go around. TP in, but it looks like they're cleaning up pretty quickly from that teleport.
Because the last people died like right before, like 2 to 3 seconds before, so it's going to be 6 seconds, so there's no way that they're going to have enough through. Although I say that, it looks like they're making a play. Don't interact, picking off the opposing Bucky, and then the Moore's also good on this. Hulk is making waves, man.
Yeah, if they can't get this point, the best they can do is just shave off as much time as possible to give them, a little bit of a short push to the next point.
All right, yeah, they were definitely surprising in how effectively they did make that competitive, but at the end of the day, there's just too many bodies on the point. And then coming into this next play, we do have high IQ with the ult as well as the White Fox, definitely super strong. ults, I like, and then additionally on the opposing side, because ult F4 died, like the battle didn't go as well, so you can see the ult charge disparity is already stacking up. So this is next battle. It's just, it could be a steamroll from here on out if keeping it clean plays the cards right, and then it doesn't help the Chili's ult
from Agent in the backline.
Yeah, so he's feeling the pull of just saying, hey, we got to make something happen. So he's probably forcing it a little too much. That's what I expect. I didn't see it happen it was happening on screen, but that's definitely something. Oh no, no more coming to the back line. This is not looking good. Didn't even need the book yield. It was just the style on him, man.
Oh yeah, keeping it clean. Just didn't even have to use more than a couple ults there.
Yeah, you could say they are indeed keeping it clean. Sorry,
yes.
That wasn't very good. I apologize. And then Hulk's trying to come in and hold it off for the last little bit here, but it's definitely looks to be a step too far for him.
Yeah, Hulk's trying to make it happen. It looks like keeping it clean is doing a great job of protecting the backline, turning for him. He's not able to get anything that he wants right now.
Yeah, man. This is 5. If you have 5.5 minutes going to third point, you have to. I'd like to see him maybe change something up because this is just going to be a cleanup from here on out, at least with this fight. Don't see anything just yet, but we do see the Elsa. That's a good change, but maybe you can put somebody off into the pit on the right side if you're attacking. That's the only thing I can really think of for that point, but keeping it clean, doing a good job, as you can see, holding close so that they don't get any breathing room. Oh no, and the Hulk's just getting pulled back. Pruzzy just such a good Bucky.
If you're new to Marvel Rivals or learning how to play, watching Pruzzy all day long will be so helpful for you. He's got fantastic aim and positioning. It looks like he's just taking apart the front line of their team right now.
Yep, and Hulk had the ult, but he didn't really get much out of it. It was just kind of just, I don't want to die because we're on that last point, but he's going to die anyway. So it's just, this is not looking good whatsoever.
Not a lot of
it's
value
6v5 already.
Right.
Yep. Don't interact, didn't trade back, so it does look like, especially that being a healer, it does look like ult F4 is going to be a good spot. They force the ult out. Let's see if there's an answer from keeping it clean. They're already down a person, so I doubt that they'll actually do it, but, oh, here we go. They are ulting.
And ult F4 is unloading the clip here of their ults.
Yep. They're blowing everything. They're at the, it's this last fight territory, so I can't blame them, but definitely.
There we go. There's a couple picks that they needed.
Yeah, they got this fight, but at what cost? Because now they have no ult. They're not even at 50% to a single ult. So it's just that last second thing where you're just like, oh, I see loss. I can see the loss coming, right? So you just like blow everything because we don't want to lose it, which is respectable. I understand it, but it's not going to be looking good because they're coming in here with the Namor ult. They got the Strange ult, and then, I mean, that should be enough, you would think, if it's well placed.
Absolutely. We're going to see what ult F4 is made of here on this defense hold. If they can hold this next fight, it'll be fantastic for them if they can get their ults again for the next one.
Yep. I like the Holt being proactive because you want to make this battle as long as possible so you can start farming some morals. But that being said, he just gets picked off. He's not completely dead. He's still hanging out. But there you go. He kills himself. They do get a return kill.
Strange with a massive ult for keeping it clean.
Yes. They only got one kill. I don't even think it was off the ult, to be honest. So Pruzzy making a play here. They got to pick him off. Oh, he's going to wreak havoc in the back line. There's two support ults. Or 2 supports down, I should say. Third one. Yep. That's going to be last point, I'm sure.
If you're a support and you've got Pruzzy, you got Pruzzy coming at you full tilt, there's just not much you can do.
Yeah, you've got about 3 seconds to address him before he kills one of your supports. So even if he kills one and then you kill him, it's totally worth it in their eyes. Even with 3 supports, like it's just going to be so tough to recover from that.
So, maybe one defensive good hold from ult F4, but looks like they got punched starting out there. How do you think they adjust going on the offensive end?
I mean, I wouldn't change anything off the rip because defense and offense just changed so much of the dynamic anyway. So there's plenty of times where like I'm sure everybody can experience this too, right? You play the same comp as the other team, except just switch sides and it's like you're a different team. So I wouldn't change anything off the rip. But that being said, just maybe address. If you ever see Pruzzy push by your tank, you need to be all eyes on him in the back line. Maybe you have somebody from the flank turn. He is priority number 1.
It looks like Pinochle Tom is kind of swapped off that Hulk for a Strange here. I'm wondering if they can get a little bit of a creative teleport here to start the match for them on offense.
It's a good idea. I mean, the cooldown is shorter than the time you have the attack, so you have another one should you need to get it come back at the end of the first round, assuming you don't take it right. What I do want to harken on, though, is that with high IQ playing Namor on defense in this point is just legendary, just a high ground that you can get. There's like 3 levels that you can get to, and you just put the squids down. Super easy to flank the attacking team, so this is going to make it even more difficult for him. So I think in addition to Pruzzy, it's like Caleb is almost, aka high IQ, is almost as high priority.
It looks like no teleport to start out here. I know we used that Monday night and you guys shut it down really quick. So
yeah, it's tough to battle though. It is tough to battle though. Like there was definitely some chaos in the comp, so it's definitely a solid strategy. The Emma, I really like the Emma though. Although the problem is that the attacking team's got to run right into it, so the diamond form is going to really just wreck you if you get too close. Plus, you're already taking damage.
Taking some good off angles here. If he can get a couple, 2-3 picks, that'll really change this fight.
Yes, you definitely need to take the off angle. Unfortunately, they're already man down, so you can't really fault them for that too much. They definitely need to recover here. It's going to be a cleanup. Although that being said, they are taking a lot of damage on the keeping clean side.
And top to bottom, you saw Luthiel with a nice pick there on Bloodstone. She's getting some good picks.
That's an example of what Bucky can do. So Strange is really good against Bucky because you can block all the. It's really easy to block the pull, but unfortunately he wasn't the guy that got pulled. The mag got pulled in, got destroyed, and so that's going to be a reset. As you can see, because of the fact that keeping it clean is killing Ulti 4 so often, their ult is going to be coming up, and then Prozzy's just taking pot shots and taking people down left and right. And
we're usually seeing Barry B. Benson on tank on Groot. Interesting to see him swap off to a Phoenix pick here.
Yeah, I like the swap. They need to be changing it up. Unfortunately, the ults are coming in. Bucky coming in with the Namor, as well as their ults. They're throwing all their ults. Keeping clean is really forcing a lot here. Although at the same time,
looks like they ate 2 of those ults. That was impressive.
Oh yeah, good catch. Yeah. Okay, so Ulti 4 coming in with the Luna ult counter with the White Fox. And the Emma, I really like the counter ult. Will they be able to make a play off it though? Yeah, they get a pick. So
I think Ult F4 can make a push here if they play their cards right.
Definitely. This looks like a winning fight. They don't lose anybody. They are getting really low though. Maybe take a second.
Strange with ult for Ult F4. Let's see if he can get a good pop.
Holding it. Yes, this is the time.
I would jump up here and use it.
Do it.
Oh no!
Moon Knight though making big plays. Don't interact with the clutch swap coming in. Although let's see if they can keep everybody alive. Bucky's still there. There's always a chance when you got a Prozzy Bucky. He gets one.
And Prozzy's down.
This is gonna be a scrap. It looks like the swap to Phoenix and the swap to Moon Knight seem to be paying off dividends, but the ult usage in general, that's the one thing that was the patience and of Ulti 4 to save all those ults, because they just stacked them one on top of another and just unstoppable at that point. However, the fight's coming back into them.
Yeah, and Juice, the last one to die for keeping it clean. We'll see if he can get a teleport off to the point.
Man, they came back so fast. They have such quick characters.
And there's the ult from Strange for Ult F4. Doesn't look like he gets very many people.
Oh no. Oh, disaster! And they only got 1 tick out of the 3. That's not what you want.
Everybody's back. They got to reset.
Yeah, they have no big ults coming up. I mean, the Maggie could make a big play, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much a wash as far as ults are concerned. This is just absolute tragedy.
It's got to be so demoralizing for Ult F4. It seemed like they finally broke through, figured something out against their defense, and
keeping it clean came back so fast. They didn't even port either. I think they just ran. Okay.
Yeah, I think they just got a touch and stayed alive, and the rest of the team did their job getting back.
Yep, so props to them. They do pull out the Ulti 4. Yep. It's 1 for 1, but Ulti 4 just used a Invis ult, so this is not a good trade that they want so far. They need to get more out of it. Moon Knight, if he takes the high ground, I love this off angle. If he can make some things happen with the mag. Huge.
Oh, and a good ult from Mag. Let's see if Interact can get a kill here with Moon Knight.
Yeah, he's got the ult, so he's got a battle, but at the same time,
like nobody's looking at him. Oh, this is going to be huge.
Yes, good plays, good plays.
Oh, what a job by Ult 4 getting that point.
It took the full time, but they did end up making it. It's just, as you can see, just the stacking of ults is just what they got to do to win, which is not how you want to win it, but at the same time, they'll take this. They really don't have it much going in. I'd like to see if Pinocchio can get a good Strange ult here to keep the momentum going, because they really need it.
Yeah, it's kind of sacrificing a little bit of time to guarantee a push there with 2 or 3 of those ults at one time.
Yeah, I like this. Let's see what he does here. I'd like to see if he comes over the top of the bridge, or if he's just going to play it safe and then come around. There's a lot of flank angles from this castle area right here.
And in Strange for Ult F4 is getting ult really quickly here. I want him to get a fat ult.
Yep. Let's see if we can pair this with a Phoenix ult if he gets one. That would be the plan in my eyes. Unless you got a don't interact on Moon Knight. Actually, oh no, they're crowning with 2 ults. Emma plus Bucky is just deadly. Once they get locked into the Emma, you're pretty much dead to the Bucky unless your team helps you, and that's just not what happened here.
Man, and Pruzzy is just absolutely putting on a show here. 3 or 4 kills with that ult, and he's still going.
Yeah, he wants to get the 5 or 6 again combo for the YouTube clips. I'm pretty sure is what it looked like there. Unfortunately not.
Streaming highlight rotation.
Yeah. So, all right, now is the time. All right. The problem is that keeping it clean, they can now respond with the Luna ult, and they have a Strange ult of their own. So let's see if Pinocchio can be proactive. I want to see them get proactive.
And Keeping It Clean still got a couple ults in their back pocket for defense as well. We'll see how they play it against it.
You can see the way Keeping It Clean's playing. They're all too aware of what the Strange kind of do. It's a 1-for-1 though, so it looks like
Pruzy's down. They gotta make a push right now.
Yes, no Pruzy means you gotta take it. 5v5 especially. Here it comes. Oh, the huge! Oh, he did the bunny hop too.
Strange.
Yep. The problem is that Luthia was on top of it, man. That counter ult was just perfect. That's exactly what they needed.
Great timing for ults for Keeping It Clean.
That was a sick play though. The bunny hop to do it too was so nice, but unfortunately the ult just nah, it's not gonna happen.
You see the potential there. Ult F4 is putting together a couple of really nice picks, and then Keeping It Clean is just not making any mistakes on defense.
You need it's like you need to be clean. Like you need to be able to get a pick and not lose your Strange or mostly anybody here for the time being, at least, because even without Pruzzy they were still able to put a strong defense up.
I'm looking to see Benson here, see if he can get some Phoenix picks, maybe pop in the ult early to push the fight forward.
Yeah, the problem is so many of the opposing team, like we talk about Namor or Strange, like it's so hard to get kills with it. Yeah, it doesn't one-shot most people. So,
there we go. There we go.
There you go. The Phoenix was merely a distraction, to be honest. That was the whole play. Pinochle trying to take out, clean it up. We've got one more.
Excellent picks.
We've got Bucky in the back line. Pinocle's all too aware. He's got the Daredevil sense going. He's got.
He missed him. He missed him.
He's playing Mecha Chameleon, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pruzzy too good. Pruzzy too good.
Oh.
Wait, let's see. Does he hear the footsteps? He doesn't hear the footsteps. Okay, there you go. Section off. Oh no, he's taking too much damage. Help your Strange. Oh, I mean they're losing the fight anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Dude, this is gonna be the map. Yep.
Strange is going to watch the replay on that later and just kick himself for not seeing Pruzy there.
To be fair, if he had found him, it's not like you guarantee win a Strange because there's a health pack in that room and Bucky is naturally survivable. I think the best play would just say, hey, just let him go, come back, because the team needed him, obviously. But he was in a good spot to section off. So if you're Strange and you're just blocking off the Bucky, then that's actually a good place to be. But at the end of the day, Keeping It Clean was just too much. I did respect Ulta 4 trying to throw the wrench in the gears, so to speak. But Keeping It Clean was they're just a cohesive unit. There's no really disrupting it, at least from that strategy we saw.
And with no surprise, 25 final hits for Pruzy there, 39 and 5 on the stat card. Tough to defend against that, but he was getting a ton of final hits with those ults.
Yep. So now what do you do, right? Because like you see on Ulta 4, they did the Punisher and then the Cyclops, which are both targeted Pruzzy. So now do you do Punisher then Bucky? Because they didn't save it until the second, so they saved him more first. I mean, what do? You got to pick your poison, right? At this point, I'm just like, okay, Pruzzy's going to do massive damage, whether it's Punisher, Cyclops, or Bucky, right? Maybe we target other people. That might be something they do. I don't really know if that's the answer. I don't know if there is an answer, but that would be an idea, perhaps.
Yeah, kind of a similar situation with Christian on your team. If you waste a ban or so on him and he's got 10 other characters that he can pull out of the roster to use, the Pruzy, you kind of just have to pick your poison and live with it. So
yeah, the difference is that with Pruzzy, like his are all the same similar type, right?
Yes.
It's like range DPS. Which range DPS do you want to be harassing your team the whole time? And so that's why I think bans on him are particularly ineffective, as opposed to if somebody like a Christian who plays a melee and a ranged, if you ban his melee, then he changes the play style that you want to play into, and you kind of revolve around that a little bit. Although Christian, he plays too many characters. I don't think it works for him. He's not a good example. But if somebody were to play like Daredevil and Bucky only, then you say, okay, we want to play against melee character. We do the Bucky ban or vice versa, right? So
and just looking at that card one more time, some great healing from Keeping It Clean there.
Yes.
Nothing happens without some good heals in the back end, and their tanks were just holding the line with those shields up front. A lot of damage blocked, a lot of healing. A great job all around from them.
Yeah, I didn't see any big overlap. So especially from the support line, they keep it clean with the strong top front four that they have. As long as they play it solidly and they don't overlap ults, which they did, you're gonna come out with a lot of wins, and that was the case here.
Interact with a nice last gas there as well on Moon Knight. It seems like he was kind of pushing through their defenses a little bit, trying to get them forward. They were able to poke a couple times, but not enough sustain to win those fights.
Yeah, you can really see that you can feel the pressure just by watching. Like, how many times would you usually see a Moon Knight going behind the point in Empire of Eternal Night, right? Like, he doesn't need to do that. That's not you don't really have to do with the character, because usually he can ricochet, but he's like, no, I need to get first, second, and third bounces on these supports. Otherwise, we aren't going to be able to win. So that really speaks volumes to just the mindset and the situation that Ult F4 find themselves in.
All right. Ult F4 with the first ban off the board here. We'll see what they go with.
I mean, what do you do, right? Okay, they stick with the Punisher.
Stick on the Punisher.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really fault them for it. I don't know. I would like to see maybe the Namor ban. I think the Namor got a lot of value because Prezi is going to find his value one way or the other, but not a perfect solution by any means. The question is, do Keep It Clean feel like they need to change anything whatsoever? I'm thinking not. Maybe the Moon Knight. Maybe. Nope.
When they ban the Ultron first, interesting.
Yeah, the Only Right does play a mean Ultron. It could turn the tides, especially with them playing offensive. If you get hats in the right place from Ultron, and then you give them the boost to the right characters, you could make good things happen. So I see the value there.
Yeah, but especially with Ray being out, it's going to ask a lot from Interact on DPS. I don't know if he's going to be playing a lot of Ultron here if they're trying to get some picks.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think it is very tough sometimes to get value on the Ultron. Because healing is nice, but you only need so much healing. You want like the least amount of healing that you need to stay alive while doing as much. The more damage is always better as long as you don't die.
Right.
Pretty much.
And a quick save for Rocket there for Ult F4. Looks like Nathan's trying to keep one of those cards back in his pocket.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're trying to be offensive, and Rocket's really good at healing people that are diving. So if you had, obviously the Hulk didn't get too much value, but for instance, with the Hulk is far away, you can bounce around corners too. If you got somebody hiding behind the corner, maybe the Moon Knight decides to get a little aggressive again, and then he can bounce around corners, get some healing in. The res is always nice. So definitely a lot of value, but will it be enough this time?
Interesting, the self-cloak ban from Keeping It Clean. I know they've been probably thinking about that in practice and coming up with some other options, because I know a couple of their players enjoy playing cloak as well. So props to them. They looked seamless on that first game there.
Definitely, yeah. And I want to zoom in on that Hela ban, because they Keeping It Clean did not play Hela last round, nor did they play it, at least that I've seen. So it's like they don't want the team up with the Namor that Keeping It Clean save, but nobody played Hela. So I don't know what that's about, but at least they get the Bucky off the board. So maybe they're feeling like Cyclops. So Cyclops, if we could compare that to a Bucky, he has way better long range poke. His ult is in situations better, in some situations worse, and he's harder to nail down, but he is less survival once you get to him, just because the overshield from Bucky. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I guess it kind of works out because they ban Ultron. You would never want to really play Ultron into a good Cyclops, so that's kind of helpful in that respect. But outside that, I mean, you just have to keep an eye on them, which is kind of no pun intended for Cyclops.
Yes, yeah. I'm interested to see Prezi switch off here, play a different look with the Bucky ban from Ult F4 to end that out. So we'll see how they do here with the Cyclops in the front line.
Yeah. So if you're new to Cyclops, he has like the highest single target DPS, like as far as like out of one shot, like the time to kill for him is just like extremely high. Definitely one of the highest in the game, and it's to be expected, right? He's a new character, so they usually come out pretty broken, unless you're talking about Blade, who we don't talk about him anymore. And then he has a really good getaway, which will knock away the target in front of him as long as he hits him with the beam. And so if you get onto him, which can be hard to do, then you're just gone, and you can't just re-engage. So very difficult to nail him down.
I'm hoping to see some combos between him and Juice.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the
strange.
We got the Squirrel Girl coming in.
Yeah, especially with them coming out with the Groot. We'll see if Keeping It Clean puts some shields up to block those Squirrel Girl offenses, but we'll see if she can get some picks here.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl plus Moon Knight means there's going to be a lot of damage going out, but that also means that Keeping It Clean is going to get the ults really soon.
Yeah, they got to, apply that damage, but also finish off with final hits, or it means nothing. Then the supports just get ult really quickly.
Yeah, and if you don't get value off the ult, then it's all for nothing, and you just be walking right into a ton of ults. I love the Moon Knight. The Moon Knight's trying to battle the Cyclops. The Cyclops is doing a good job taking space up front. Juice Dude is going to get a kill on the opposing Strange. But there's so much damage coming through that the team's low. They lose a healer, does Keeping It Clean. So it looks like if Ult F4 could just regroup, just take a little bit, and then come back with full strength, then they should be able to take this first point, I would think.
I think so.
Nathan needs to put that. Okay, there you go. Nice teleport. They revive. They need to be pushing hard right here. This is the time. They need to be making a play. Looks like Groot's going to take that on point. Trying to section off the Emma, but he's going to be able to get away. Groot ult here.
Groot has here. Oh.
Yes.
A good ult from Groot.
Oh, he's going to get revived, but at the end of the day, the Keeping It Clean does return around with 2 kills, so very surprising that they got that. Oh no, and then Nathan goes down as well. This is not looking good. The White Fox coming out might just be icing on the cake, but it definitely looks like Keeping It Clean's turning around here.
Really trying to make that comeback, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Prizzy is just...
You weren't kidding about that Cyclops DPS, though.
No, he's absurd. And that's excluding, I didn't even talk about his right click, which just cleaves everybody and just, it's decent, it's pretty good damage, it's not great, but it gets his ult so quickly if it bounces of 2 or 3 people, he just farms it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cyclops is one of those characters where you either love to have him on your team or hate to play against him.
Yeah, they can hit their shots, yeah, it's great. So the Hulk swap here, trying to get some damage and some chaos in the back line, but unfortunately High IQ has other things to say about that.
Yeah, Caleb's squids are going to work in the back line.
Yeah, he's feeling real comfortable. You can tell when he's flanking like off on that side building and just putting squids down and the squids are getting the kills. That's when you know that they're in the right spot. If the squids get a double kill, you know he's putting it right in the right spot because he's getting the supports.
Absolutely. That's a huge part of that Namor kit. Caleb very skilled for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Hulk try and shut down the flank from him and as well on the Cyclops. So speak of the devil, Cyclops coming off to the left here. Looks like he's gonna be trying to take an off angle. They're really just taking advantage of the back line of Ultra 4.
Oh, and Prizzy's taking an off angle here. He's just getting anything he wants in the back line here.
Yep, you see he just gets out like super easily. No risk, high reward, easy money.
There's the ult from Cyclops.
I'm pretty impressed by the mobility of Cyclops and his skills, yeah.
Yeah, if you know how to use it, especially like you can really just get away with just about anything.
Yeah, he needs a nerf.
they will once they get enough microtransactions, bro, I'm telling you. I cannot confirm that. It's just a theory.
We gotta talk to the developers to get a nerf out before we play Prizzy. I don't wanna face that.
If they get a hot fix in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, Ultra 4 is looking pretty rough here. Golden Interact coming in with the nice ults. Let's see. Drop the Groot wall. I love it.
And once again, Strange coming with ult, but Luthiel is right there with her Luna ult, just negating it.
The windup is just too large. So they are down one.
Some value. There we go.
Yeah, the Namor's down, so it's 5-on-5. But at the end of the day, okay, he has found the Cyclops, but will he be able to nail him down? Doesn't look like. Yeah, Proceed's just gonna have too much for him. It might just be a cleanup for Keeping It Clean. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, especially with the White Fox ult running out. Still should be fine. Got lots of damage. Groot trying to hold on, but it's a little too late. Even with the close respawns, it's not going to be enough. This is going to be a very, very short distance that Keeping It Clean needs to go to finish this off.
And then you can see that, Ult F4, they've got some great pieces, but they're really missing Ray in their front line.
Yeah, you can tell that they're such a well-practiced team. I know they've been practicing a lot, but at the end of the day, you can feel that the pushes are not as potent as they would be otherwise.
Yes. And especially, what we saw in that first game, they were getting 2-3 picks and then not finishing the job, letting them stay on point and stall for the rest of the team to get back and just prolonging those fights and losing in the end. So,
yeah, I'm racking my brain, but it's just it's coming up empty. There's really not much that you can do if you are Ultra 4 at this point. I would like to see. And now I'm thinking about it. The one thing I think they could do is just, hey, we're missing a DPS. Let's just go single tank. Maybe take the Groot and just like throw stuff at him. Like keep the Squirrel Girl, keep the Moon Knight, and then I see we got a Namor. All right, that's a great choice, right?
Right.
Just try and just overwhelm them with damage. Maybe you, because on the other side, Keeping It Clean does have some really squishy characters. Like outside, even Emma is a squishier tank. Like she does not have a lot of HP. She has a shield which she can put up, but it's obviously not like a strange shield. And as long as she's not in her diamond form, she does get burned down pretty easily. But that's really the only, and that's obviously swappable. So once again, if you're on the defense, I should say offense, the counter swaps is much easier than when you're on the defense.
I never thought I would see my Jeff getting played out. I'm a main Jeff, so seeing
Hey.
him was pretty close to my heart. So good to see him
Yeah.
coming around.
It
trying to see
reeks.
if they can
It
get
reeks
his
of
support out.
desperation. Reeks of.
It does. It does.
Desperation.
Yeah, he's not a very sustainable healer in these high intense environments like this. So it's going to be curious to see how they're going to use him.
Yeah, he can't put a lot of healing though. We'll see how it plays out.
Looks like Interact is swapped off that Cyclops play that he had there, going back to Emma. Just trying to do anything they can to slow Prizzy down.
Yep. Good luck. Oh, they do get the first pick though. Prizzy is also low, so they've. It looks like so far that it is a strong showing, but they've got a long way to go. So it's the first of many.
Yes. Yeah, this map in general, it's just so tough to get around that corner for the very first time.
Yeah. So they just got to hold this corner forever. I'd like to see. So what I would like to see from Ulta 4 is to have the Jeff just like in the back, literally just raining down spit on his whole team. Because if you get too close, you step out of line for just a second, Progress is gonna take you out. At least for the Jeff perspective, especially because he has such a big head when he's not on the ground. It's so easy to headshot that guy.
Yes.
No, it's totally true. I mean, his whole body is his head. It's not, not very easy to miss.
It's like impossible to hit his body if you're shooting him from the front. All right, over the Squirrel Girl already coming out.
I wonder if that's the fun mystery character we're going to see from Caleb. I'm sure he's got something else.
Yeah, Sensation throwing out his as well, so he's definitely they came out on top of that. So the strategy so far is looking pretty good. I really am excited to see if they can make it 2 minutes, but the problem is once we see some ults, the support ults. Once we hit the support ults, that's gonna be the real decider. Yeah, okay, great. Got a Squirrel, got some kills, won a fight. Can you win the fight when the enemy team has their support ult? So let's see. The Emma needs to charge up from keeping it clean in order to start really getting some pressure up here. Cyclops ult.
Rocket popping ult here for ult F4. Let's see if that keeps them alive. Prizzy melted that really quickly though.
Unfortunately, lost to Rocket, which is the worst character to lose because they don't have that res now. But at the same time, they are making a play. Man, they are turning it around. I like to see the high IQ does get a squid kill, which is
shout out to your Jeff there, getting a nice kill on Prizzy.
Darn right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the spit does this damage too. It's a little bit of a tickle, but you know that's all you need sometimes. But man, so even losing their rocket first, they still hold on. So this Jeff, all right, we were trolling on it before, but now it's getting real value.
Maybe this is the solution that Ult F4 needed the whole time.
Prezi just took out the res. Oh, and then he killed the Squirgle. Oh, and the Jeff's gonna. Oh, he's just. The Jeff's dead too, and as well as throwing in the right. No, well,
this is gonna do it.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the res beacon was up there. You got to have somebody up there watching it too at the same time. That counter angle that Cyclops is got. There's no way they get back here in time, right? The portal's got to be late.
No, this is gonna be it for them, I think, unless they can pull off a miracle.
No, that's gonna be it. It was a good attempt. We were getting hyped with the Jeff, but at the end of the day, reality does set in. This is not a movie. This is real life.
So if
I enjoyed my Jeff moment though. That's okay.
Oh yeah, he had his time in the spotlight. He had three solid fights. I think he carried. If not, had a huge impact.
Absolutely.
And a very convincing victory for keeping it clean today. Yeah. Will, if you're Ult F4, what are you looking forward to in the next part of the tournament here?
You're looking forward to the rematch, of course, right?
Yes.
You say, hey, we come in with full strength, so to speak. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay Sensation, but Ray is such a great player because I believe Sensation is the sub.
I think it's the
Tuna. The Tuna.
Yes.
The Jeff. Well, maybe they sub him in for the Jeff plays. I don't know. Just something to keep in mind. But when you've got the main six that you've been playing with for so long, I definitely think that they're going to be excited if they get a rematch. What they'd have to do would be they got to win the next one to get top 4, and then they would have to win the first round in person, and then they would get the rematch. That's how this is going to work. So, but yeah, swapping back to keeping it clean, to congratulate them. They have secured at least top 2 in the on stage presence, so they will be in San Antonio representing their team and their respective fallen military member and child. So congrats to them.
Absolutely, yeah. So we got 2 teams that have punched their tickets in the Final Four now. It'll be exciting to see next week to see the final 2 teams. Hoping y'all can put on a good show for us and make it out. Put on a good Final Four on the 23rd.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best. It's gonna be fun no matter what. As somebody was there without competing, I can tell you it was a fun time. But I do think we will get once the teams have their celebration and/or cry session out of the way, we'll get a chatting session in here with the respective captains. So whenever they're ready, we are here. But there's plenty to discuss here for the time being. Let me take a look. Oh, never mind. Who we got in here?
There you go.
We start off with the happy family here. Hello, team.
Hello. What's up?
He's like, we're happy about this.
I'm just going to give you the floor. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Either of y'all. I mean,
I feel a little let's freaking go.
Yes.
That's how I
Yes,
feel.
sir.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, I feel great. You know, I'm proud of my team. You know, everyone kind of, again, we stuck to our guns. They asked me to play Squirrel Girl. I don't really play Squirrel Girl. That wasn't the character. Trust me, Will, that wasn't it. But like, yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was a fun game. Had a good time.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun. Anush, how did you feel about the game? Caleb's kind of dominated the conversation. I'm gonna get you the floor.
Good, dude. Like, it was nice. I tried to do my best. We played the heroes that we know very well. We practiced a couple of times. And I don't think we practiced as much as other teams, but since we've been playing together for a long time, I think we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we were able to complement each other's weaknesses, essentially. We did kind of, I don't want to say troll, but maybe get complacent at some points in the last map. But we kind of pulled it together anyways, because Justin and Caleb are great shot callers. We were never speaking over anyone, and we were always listening. Whether we think it's a bad play or not, if these guys say we're going in, we're going in. And so I think that helped us out a lot. But yeah, super happy. Yeah. And couldn't have asked for a better team.
Yeah, congrats. So, and that I did want to ask real quick, because y'all have 4 out of 6. Was Juiced on your team last year?
We have 3.
He was not.
You have 3. Oh, so yeah, High IQ, Prezi, and Biryani. Okay, I thought Mr. Neutral wasn't either. Okay, so even 3 out of 6 is like a huge effect or positive benefit to the team. The synergy y'all. You just have to bring other people into the fold of what you already got, because obviously y'all made it to the finals last year. So you say, hey, this is our program. This is what works. You just got to trust the system.
I think so. Yeah, we love this tournament so much. These friends, I don't know, I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but I'm closer to these guys than my own work team. I've been in touch with them for the last 1 year, ever since the tournament. You as well, Will. Like, we meet for lunch, and I feel like I've created this mini community among this group, and I don't want to let this go. No matter what position we fall in this tournament, we're going to stick together regardless. But this couldn't have been any better. That we've secured the top 4. We're all going to be there. We're going to eat K-pot or some barbecue together with Caleb.
That's what we talked about, dude. We talked about that. I said Caleb's a good cook. Appreciate all the insight. And yeah, completely agree. We gamers got to stick together, look out for each other. But outside that, I appreciate y'all's time. Congrats on the win, and we will see y'all in the next round.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll see if we can get an interview from Ult F4. If it's Nathan or another member on his team, looks like Nathan's hopping in here.
All right, let's get the process over with, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry. I know how you feel, boys. Don't worry. I was there.
Nah, it's okay. It happens.
Well, guys, not the outcome that you guys were wanting today. Was at least a good experience for you without Ray in the fold to, try a few different things for the team.
That was our biggest issue. Is like, again, we kind of expected with no Ray that it would. Like, that we would lose. You always want to have confidence going in, but we kind of hedged our bets and knew that without Ray it was going to be an issue. We definitely wish it would have been a closer match, but we kind of were like bracing for a loss here. We just didn't have a DPS that we didn't have. The thing with our team is we have, if you notice on the little stream thing, the promotion, we have 5 tank mains on our team, and so it's really hard for us to find who's gonna DPS and then what we're gonna DPS, and then we got kind of target banned on heals. We have backups for heals, but again, it's when it's not your main, it kind of throws a wrench into things. I tried to play Luna, and I'm decent at Luna, but I just had so much nerves because Rocket and C&D are my main people I know I can wreck shop with, and I wasn't able to play them, so I was like, I'm gonna have an off day with Luna, and just kind of stuff like that. It happens. And then I think we were so nervous for this game. Like, usually we hop in a quick play and things like that before our matches to kind of get all the nerves off and stuff. But I think just with us not having Ray and how great we know this team is going to be, we were still really nervous coming in, and we were just not locked in for that first game, which allowed for 2 easy points. And then also, like, we tried to portal on that last game, and Silver was like, oh, I ran into a wall with the portal in that like split second. Like, all it takes is that split second, and it can cost a game. And I think it's just we were really like on nerves and not as locked in as we have been the rest of this tourney. So,
well, Avi, from our standpoint, you still had a fantastic game, did the best you could, trying anything you can to get some picks. Looks like you guys had several points throughout those 2 games where you were able to push through and get like 3-4 picks really quickly. So, at least we saw the glimpses of what you guys can do. Obviously Ray's coming back. You guys are not out. You got a couple games ahead of you. How are you feeling, going to those games with your full team?
I think we're just going to be... Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if was that for Silver or for both of us?
That's for Abby.
Okay, my bad.
I think we're going to be... Honestly, I think with Ray, we have our usual chemistry going, and we're not as bannable. So I think we'll definitely be a lot stronger. Definitely, we'll be seeing Noelle in the Final Four in San Antonio. Don't worry.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
No, it's because my DPS is probably the weakest of the 3 roles, so I definitely wasn't able to get as much value today. But I think with Ray, we won't be as bannable. And Thomas is definitely new to the game, so he got fully banned out the second game, so he genuinely didn't know what to play. But there was an instance where we were literally teaching him how to play Squirrel Girl, mid-match.
Yeah.
So it
just
happens that way.
I couldn't tell.
That way.
We got, so Tuna, who's our sub, like Silver said, he basically got banned out of everything he can play, because he plays really good C&D on support, he plays really good mag on tank. Both of those got banned, and then you'll notice that second game, because of that, we were kind of scrambling to figure out what we were going to play. And so once the Pruzi's team spawned, we weren't set up at the beginning of that match. We were all still back at spawn because we were all still figuring out comps once we had already spawned. So that was also an issue. But I think we just shake this off. And then we go to loser bracket, we redeem ourselves. Silver it sounds like it's calling out Noelle, but Alex, I've talked to you in the office. I want to face you more than anything. So Alex, I'm coming, brother.
Absolutely. Well, we've got some games next week. It's not locked in. You guys got to take care of business next week, and we'll be excited to see who shapes up out of the bracket. But good luck to you guys for the rest of the tournament, and I know it's going to be some fantastic games coming into the final week of the regular season.
All right.
Yeah, good luck, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Later.
Well, while we're here and while we have a moment, I will say, Anova and Noelle, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming around and for being a part of what we're doing here and for spectating and for just announcing the play-by-play on some of the things that clearly I would not know much of anything about, because I'm not a huge Marvel Rivals player. I know the characters and some of the abilities, obviously, but definitely not to the extent that you guys do. So thank you for bringing in your expertise. And I think another thing that I want to point out too as well, while we're here and while we have this moment, echoing similar on to what Anush had said earlier as well, is the tight braided community that both you guys have at USAA, and how we're kind of merging those communities together with GSG, bringing our kids to you guys, and you guys showing that competitive nature, that family like competition, esque to it, element to it all. So being able to see that real time from my perspective has been super phenomenal. And again, I just really thank you guys for coming in, bringing this up. What are your guys' expectations moving forward? Because I think both your guys' teams are up to the plate. You guys are going to be kind of going at it. You guys are going to be fighting the rest of these teams. I mean, coming from a spectator's point of view, going against these teams, what are you guys expecting?
Well, how much can you gather from Ulta 4 with being without Ray, right? So,
Right,
I mean, I got
right.
a few tips, but if you can somehow get Aubrey to play DPS, he's not comfortable, but I don't think that's going to be part of the game plan or something we can pull off. Outside that, Casey is a very cohesive unit, and as you heard from them, they do have a lot of synergy from last year, given they have 3 out of 6 of their mains that played together, and it shows.
Right, right.
And just
Phenomenal.
Echoing what you're saying, Will and I are, it's been a pleasure being a part of the Gold Star community as well as USAA community. Can definitely echo that. It's awesome to, have that partnership between both of us, and it's been an awesome experience for sure.
Definitely.
No, I'm super happy to hear that you guys think the same, and guys, just awesome gameplay overall. GGs to both of these teams who are participating tonight. They really did give their all, and we're just going to keep seeing more of this as we keep moving forward into the semifinals and the final tournaments. Super excited about being able to actually go out to San Antonio. Here's hoping, cross my fingers, to be able to meet up with all of you guys and just shake some hands, give some bro hugs, whatnot. It'll be really awesome to see all you guys out there.
Absolutely. I think we have 3 games next week to decide who gets placed in the top 2 in the winners bracket and who makes the final 4 in the other bracket. So tons of exciting games after the 4th of July weekend next week.
Beautiful. Well, thank you guys once again so much. I'll take the floor from here. We'll sign you guys off, and I'll chat with the rest of the folks here for just a few more seconds before we sign off for the rest of the night. So once again, appreciate you guys so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, y'all. Good night.
Well, guys, you guys heard it from them. They have a really tight knotted community. They're just really filled with awesome people. That family competitive nature that USAA has, along with our folks here, GSG. The kiddos are super excited about all of this, and I can't wait to see what else this is going to bring about. Most of my announcements was actually kind of posted over yesterday. We're going to be having some streams. If you missed it, we had an earlier stream today. Mad Max was streaming his usual horror game category, so please make sure that you either go back and watch that, or you can wait till next week on Wednesday when he's going to be streaming again, and Tuesday nights streaming, and Friday night streams, and Saturday community night streams. We've got the schedule posted once again on the GSG Global Community Discord, so you can see who's streaming, what they're streaming, when they're streaming, and so you guys don't miss out on anything that we're doing here on the Gold Star Gamer side. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much once again for coming and joining us. Thank you for all of your support. And for those of you guys over at USAA who are watching, give everybody a big round of applause for the effort that they put in during tonight's tournament. So with that being said, guys, I'll let you have the rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys later.
Today we are here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I am representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, to be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.